John Taylor, Stanford University Economist. Nice to see you at the Global Conference in LA.
Good to be here, thank you.
You were speaking on a panel about capitalism. So let me get right to the point with you. There's a lot of discontent that people feel about the have and have-nots. Even people that have jobs feel like their wages aren't growing. They don't necessarily feel secure, but others continue to move higher. What's wrong with capitalism right now, or is that how capitalism works?
I don't think anything's wrong with capitalism. It's this environment which capitalism is working within. It has to do with the government policy, some of which discourages certain aspects of capitalism. And I think the one thing that's most telling now is we have very low growth. And a lot of that is because of regulations in the economy, other things that the government does. And I think that's really what you have to look at. And people's discontent, it's not surprising when you have 2% growth and you have declining labor force participation. In this state, in California, where now the unemployment rate's not so bad here in Los Angeles, but if you go to the south from here in Imperial County, it's 20%. So it's that's what you're talking about, the differences that different people's experience. But ultimately, the economy is not growing very rapidly. Jobs are not growing as rapidly as they should, and that's the discontent that you see.
What sort of policies would help balance things out a little bit more, change the equation, even at the margin where differences go?
Yeah, I think the reason for the slow growth is partly as investment is low, so you're not having the productivity that workers normally get with new types of equipment and new types of things to work with. So policies that encourage investment would help. I think tax policy is a big there. We have a high corporate tax rate. Both parties want to try to find a way to lower that. That would be a thing to do. If you look at the way that regulation has increased in the last few years, that's another thing that could be addressed. In each of these cases, there's actually legislation proposed that could be passed if we somehow got the sides together and moved ahead. And I think that would be a really good improvement for the economy.
What would you suggest to the incoming president, whoever that may be, after the general election? What would be the number one economic issue they should tackle?
I think the one that they should begin with is tax reform. Corporate tax I just mentioned, the complexity of the individual tax, that really holds people back. Number two would be some kind of regulatory reform to try to reduce the amount of large regulations that are harming the economy. For me personally, I would like to see some financial market, monetary reform. I'm very interested in monetary policy. I think it hasn't worked very well, so something that encouraged a more rules-based policy would be the third thing I would focus on.
John Taylor, great to chat with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.